What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I had a couple people asking me about the level 100 quest farm guide I released a couple of days ago, and how a new player would go about getting to that point. So I'm making this video to kind of help showcase how a brand new player can go about getting to that point in the most efficient way possible. So starting off in the beginning here, it's going to show you all these basic classes that it recommends you use as a beginner. We're actually going to ignore all that. We're going to go to see all the heroes. And we're going to be going with the Enrepresa. And we're going to want to click the Dephasing Gem character, because they are going to have the abilities that are going to help us climb that Brakmar Nation questline all the way up to 100. Loading up into the game for the first time, we're going to make our way to the tutorial. And unless you want to learn how to play the game, I would just skip the tutorial here and get your farming started right away. As you can see at the top of the screen there, you will get the rewards from the tutorial either way, but we won't actually be changing the deck at all, so it won't really matter. We're actually going to be following this main story quest, starting from this character there. But before we get to that, we're actually going to make our way to our boat, and I'm going to show you guys the requirements that we need to actually get Brakmar Nation unlocked. So at the main map, we're actually going to head to the right, and this big island here will be Brakmar Nation. In order to get there, we are going to need 250 quest points from adjacent islands. So adjacent islands would be these ones here: Vampire Boat, Schaefer Island, and in order to get Vampire Boat, we are going to need 35 quest points on Bework Island. Bework Island will be down here. And for this one, we are going to need 35 points in Schaefer Island. And of course, Schaefer Island will need 100 just anywhere in general. So to help us get that 100 points, we're actually going to go ahead and start the story quest now. In our first fight here, I also did want to explain to you guys how Dephasing Gem works. So she actually does damage based off of going through targets. So we're actually going to move as close as possible to our target. Or just pop this spell here, and we'll end our turn. So he's going to come attack us. Oh, I guess he's going to summon something, do a spell, and then he'll come attack us. And this is actually perfect. So I'm going to show you guys. We're actually going to go through the top one there, come back around here. So from here, we're going to click our character, go up here, across there, down through him, and then come back up for an auto attack. So we're going to do damage to all of them. And we can pretty much end it this turn. We're just going to pop a spell here and finish him off. And that's an easy 5 quest points there. And with level 2, we are going to need a couple of specific spells. And we actually did get one of the spells we need here for the mission, which is this teleporting one. So we're going to go ahead and grab this guy here and continue on with our grind. Alright guys, so story mode, we are at quest 11. It is a level 14 quest, and when I was doing it, the mission was getting pretty difficult, so I didn't want you guys to have to deal with how difficult the quests are getting. So instead of getting our 100 points through the story mode alone, we're actually going to open up the map and do all of these side quests here with the blue exclamation points. So we're going to start off with Brigit, and we're just going to go quest and complete their quests. So we're going to farm these up until we get 100 points, and then we'll swap over to the next island. Alright guys, we are at our level 5 breakpoint, and we do have our spells. I just want to show you the second spell we want to get here that's going to be important for the climb is this one here. Repelling Vial, which lets us push. So we're going to unlock that one. Also, in case you guys were curious, I didn't show it at the beginning. I totally forgot I spaced on it, but my deck here is pretty much the exact deck. As you can see, I didn't even open up this thing, so I didn't even go through the tutorial. It's gonna make me level that up before I can do anything else. And there you go. So I basically have nothing on the deck. I've just been using the starter deck. I didn't even level up any skills. So everything I was doing is totally doable, even if you don't put any skills. No rings, no equipment, no different spells, nothing. So Monster Islands are unlocked. We'll head back to our boat. But we are going to open up these 18 chests that we have been hoarding, just to try to get a little bit more power while we're doing the islands, because we are going to be farming a good amount, because we do have to get 250 points, which is going to take a hot minute. Alright guys, so we are done with our chests. We're actually going to go to our deck editor, equip a couple of things here. So for bird-wise, we do want to just stick all the birds in there, because they are just going to be meat shields for us if we do need them. Rings, armbands, I did get a couple of things. I did get just the one that gives you plus elemental damage for spells. That's just going to help us do more damage when we go through people using our dephasing. And with the dephasing, we are going to want to grab this one here, which gives us dephasing mastery, gives us +2 to movement. Along with that, we are going to want to grab this one here, which gives us another +2 to movement and also lets us draw some spells. Those are going to be necessary for when we actually get to Brakmar Nation. So we're going to stick those guys into our spellbook here. Along with these two here, I will probably be taking out this one. So that will be the spells I will be using. And equipment, we are going to go with the Overbooked Ring, which gives us even more spell damage or damage here. And elemental damage, again, will help us dephasing damage. Other rings, we don't really need any of the ones we rolled, but I will stick this water one in and the critical one, even the spawn by one of your companions for more health. But totally not necessary. And let's head off to the island. The easiest way to get quest points here is the quest dungeons. It will usually give you about 20 to 30 every time you complete a star, but it does start at level 10, so it can be pretty challenging, first off. If you click on the eye here, it does let you know which quests you can do and how much QPs it gives you. So, Oblero's quest, for example. Let's try to find that guy here. That's him. So, if we click him, we go to quests. He has the Dead Rise, level 5. If we complete that quest, he will give us Chapter 1 in Bronze, 10 points for completing that. So, let's go ahead and complete that and see if we actually get the 10 points. Alright guys, so we just beat the mission, and it actually did give us the 10 there, and we also did win a fight without setting off a mechanism, which gave us an additional 10. So, you do get additional points if you do a little different things, where like not summoning a companion or not attacking, things like that. They will be in achievements like here, but I try not to worry about it too much. So there's like a win a fight without a Nutris going through an ally. We don't even have the Nutris, so we can't do that one. I tend to stay away from these. I'm just going to stick with the mission ones, and if we do any achievement ones, I will show you guys what I did, but I'm not counting on them, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and continue on with Obleron's quest. So as you can see, Chapter 1, the next breakpoint we get for QP is 5. That is a far way away, so we don't want to worry about Obleron anymore. That's going to take too long to get to. King Skull, Chapter 1 as well. So everybody here, if we can do those quests, we want to get to Chapter 1. So we're going to open up our map, and there is only Obleron. We don't have anybody else we can do. So our best bet here is to actually go through the dungeon, unfortunately. So we are going to... Alright guys, on second thought, I decided to actually just go back to my main account, because the farming was going to take a while to get to 250 on a new character. But the idea will still be the same, just like we did in the story mode. Just get that QP whichever way you can on the islands. Unlock the next island, up until you get to Brakmar Nation here. So you will be going from Schaefer Island, you're going to get 35 there at minimum. I want to say try to get to at least 75 if you can. Then you're going to go over to Bework Island, do the same thing, try to get 75. And then one of them, you're going to have to get it to 100 at least to get to the 250 to get here. So Vampire Boat will probably be the hardest one. I would say try to get it on either Bework Island or Schaefer Island for the 100. But after you get all that done, we head into Brakmar Nation, and this guy will be available immediately. So you won't have to do anything here. Just go up this boat here, head over to our guard quest here that we are going to be taking through. And it does start at level 20 here. Well, let me take off the raised level, and it does start at level 22 at 2-star. So I will go ahead and create a new hero. I'm actually going to open up this slot for you guys. So I'm going to buy this slot up. I'm going to make another defaithing gem here just so you can see how you would do it with your new character. We're going to take out anything that isn't a necessity that we're going to need. So the only thing we're going to need for completing this quest line is, well, you guys will have things that I don't have. So actually you're going to need those skills, but we can bypass that. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to level up my character just a little bit. Okay, so with all this, armband, we might as well just put the XP one on. Doesn't really matter, but it'll help us level. So we'll go back. We're going to farm up our farming quest here for a little bit. That way you guys can see legitimately that you can do this with a level 1 character. So, just like usual, we're going to bring this guy here, attack him, so we get the money and the gold. We are going to use up abilities to get this to 3. It can actually be up to 4 as well, as long as it's this for Michelle and not the water one. Because if you get 4, it's not going to help you because you'd only need 3 for Cadence. Okay, then we're going to attack him again, get the money, do this, pop this guy here. End our turn. Now we just need one more of either the air or the water. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop this guy here because we do need 2 to summon Michelle's ability. So pop this on him. We're actually going to... Oh, that was not what I wanted to happen, but I think we can work with it. So we're actually going to move this guy here. This may be bad, actually. That one there. We're gonna move our guy here. So as he moves up there, we are gonna need to try to kill this guy here. But I don't think we're gonna have the damage, unfortunately. So we're gonna activate our guy here. Move him up, and we are good to go. So unfortunately we could have ended on the fast turn, but we are gonna end it on this turn. So there we go. And from level 1, we just grab any old random spells. So from doing it from level 1, you will get a level and about 75%. And then the next one, you will gain 2 levels. So we're going to do it one more time, because I do need at least level 4, so we can get those 2 spells that I explained to you guys. Alright, so we finished up the second time here. Just going to grab whatever. And we should get, yeah, another level there. So we got the 20 points we needed. And we actually got 2 companion chests, so that's kind of cool. 2 level 100 companion chests with a level 4 character. So let's go ahead and unlock the abilities we need. This one here and this guy here. And we're going to swap it out for... Doesn't really matter. You do want to keep a low deck as low as possible. So we're going to take everything out. I'm going to show you what I would use here. We don't need any companions. I'm just going to leave that. Companions don't really matter. Armbands also do not matter at all. So we're going to leave it with combos as well. The only things we're going to need is a certain spell amount. Well, we want to have the least amount of spells. So for water, we want to get the smallest ones possible. We just actually want the smallest, cheapest costing spells. Along with the ether ones that we're going to need. And the air ones that we're going to need as well. Which is the teleporting one and the pushing one. Then we'll grab the smallest ones. So this is my recommendation for what we should be using. To climb the quest line. Rings, anything that would just, I guess, benefit your rolling, which I can't imagine anything will. I'm going to leave the ring blank. We're going to go in with this. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it with this setup here. This will be the easiest that everyone should be able to do. We're going to go into the quest line. You will start at level 22 here. So I'm going to show you guys how I do it. So think of this mission as like chess. So these pieces cannot move. They do a lot of damage. And our main mission is to escort this guy to this point without him dying. and without us dying as well. So we're actually going to hide our character in the corner because she will not pull any aggro. We're going to move this guy up here. We're going to end our turn. They cannot attack diagonally, and they will see him and do a little bit of damage, but they won't kill him. Our main goal here is to get here as fast as possible, and the way we do that is actually by using the abilities that we get from Dephasing Gem. So she gets a lot of movement things. So as you can see, with that ability, we can actually move him here now because we got the +2 to movement, which only lasts for the turn, but it'll help us get him there. Next round, we actually can end it already because we got this movement here. Pop it on him, and we're done. So we're pretty much going to repeat that process, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it when we get to the harder levels. As you're climbing difficulties 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, it's going to be exactly the same thing. The maps are going to be exactly the same. The enemy placement are going to be exactly the same. So you saw how 22 was with the 4 heroes. We're going to go to 82, and I'm going to show you that it's going to be exactly the same. So see, we still got the same point. We got the same 4 guys here. We're going to do exactly the same thing. We actually have our same roles. So all the rules up here doesn't matter in the slightest. We're just going to keep doing the thing. So again, they do whatever they want to do. It really doesn't matter. We're going to pop him there. End our turn. And now we're going to pop our Dephasing Mastery and finish. Same exact thing we did as the 22 in the 82. So the difficulty of this doesn't matter at all. It just gives you better loot and XP, basically. Now, with this one, so you guys have the idea. Those guys in the robe do not move. When you get to about 90, so even on this one, when you get to about 30, this one would be about 50, they are going to start introducing the soldier guys, which I will show you in level 90 how to deal with those. So now we have our soldier boy here. How he works is if the fugitive is within line of sight, he will gain a movement speed. So if he's within any of the crossways here, he will be able to start moving. So we want to make sure this guy isn't within range of these guys and also isn't in facing view of this guy. So what we're going to do is move our girl here because she can be pulled and we don't want to get attacked by anybody. And for our guy there, we have this push ability. So what we're going to want to do is push this guy. Actually, we don't want to push him because he runs the risk of actually attacking these guys, killing them, and the fugitive end up losing because he actually gets movement from killing as well. But actually, I am going to do it because I think we're okay. This guy has 1,000 life and he only has 526 damage. So we're going to push him there. End our turn. There. So he attacked him. And that's where it's going to mess you up. See? So everybody starts moving. So when you're doing that, I would avoid doing that mistake. I do it all the time. So we're going to go back inside and try again without pushing the Guardian. Alright, so back in. We do have a... not a fantastic hand. But we're actually going to move our girl here. That way we can move this guy out of the way. And we're actually going to spend some abilities on... you can toss abilities on anybody as long as they're not near each other just to get your hand clear. So you can get more spells. So she's going to pull me, but I'm in nobody's range, so it works out. I'm going to just go back to where I was. And now we're actually going to come here. And what we're going to do is we're going to work our fugitive all the way around this way. And we're just going to keep wasting spells. That way we have our hand open. And how we're going to deal with this girl is we're actually just going to, you know... well, yeah. So we're going to move over here. Next turn, we're just going to slide her down here. And we're just going to pop up. So multiple ways of doing it. We can run past her. Let's go here before we do anything. So we can run past her. We can push her down and then run past her as well. So we have... with Dephasing Gem, there's a lot of ways to beat this mission. So we're actually just going to run past her instead of doing our push. Because we are going to run past this guy as well. He won't see us. And then from here, we'll pop this guy. At this point, we have the speed boost, which will give us 3 slots. We want to go up here 1 more, and then we can finish it from there. So I don't really care to have an open slot anymore because it won't help us. So we'll head that up there. And we'll pop our speed, and we're clear. So that's how we're gonna clear it, guys. This will be your farming method up until you get to the 100 point, then you can start grinding. As you can see, Defacing Gem, she gets all these abilities where it lets you teleport people, push people. I actually didn't even get to show you guys the teleport, so I do want to do that. We'll do 1 more mission. Perfect. I did get the spells that I needed again, though. So we're gonna, again, repeat the process. We're gonna come here, teleport that guy there. And pop this one here. We can't move this guy yet because he's in the danger zone if we move him up 1. So we are actually going to push this guy down and move our guy up. I actually should have moved my girl as well. She's in a bad spot, but she will not get pulled. They use that ability, so we'll move her there. Head on up, break this box for the fun, and start to clear our deck here. Okay, we'll keep going. So now that we actually have our 2 movements, it does give us the 3 movements. So the next one, we'll be able to just pop this one right away. We'll go ahead and pop this guy there. End our turn. And 1, 2. Actually, I think we can 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll be able to make it right away. So what we're gonna do, we can't actually this. Oh, actually no, we can. So can we? Hang on, guys. Let me think this through here. We can't because this damn box is blocking the way. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we do have our 3 movement, so we're gonna pop this guy here, break the box, end turn. And then we can end it because that box was in the way. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop our Michelle. She's gonna give us the movement speed. And we're done. So that's pretty much how you guys are gonna do it. You wanna use the push thing to get people out of the way. You wanna teleport them out of the way. Whatever is gonna help you get the Fugitive to the end quickest. And Defacing Gem has all of these abilities. That's why I recommend using her. I almost forgot. Before I end the video, I also wanted to show you guys how you can go about getting all the Baron chests to actually get Cadence for yourself. One way is to, of course, farm those quests. Doesn't have to be the level 100 one. It can go, you can even get it from level 40 and above. So as you're climbing up level 40 all the way up to the level 100 quests, you can actually get that chest and get Cadence that way. But another way you can do it without doing those is you'll come to this island here, Cabrock's Island. And if you log in every day, you notice you will get these Wakfu fragments. You can even get them from the battle pass here, where I collected my 2500 from this one and this one here. When you get enough, it does cost 2500 to get a chest. But again, from the shop, you'll actually get the daily deals here. You can pick up one every day, 1000 Wakfu fragments. You're gonna come here, go to the shop, and you're actually just gonna buy a chest here. So I will buy one to show you guys. That'll be 2500 there. We'll go to our chest here, open that baby up. And there we go. We have a Cadence. And you can grab 2, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the purple one. Doesn't really matter. But you see, I do have a lot of Cadence there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it or found it informative. It does help the channel out a lot. And subscribe if you're new here. That way you know when I release more content like this one or for any of the other games I play, because I do like to leave a variety of videos for you guys. Other than that, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.